Good morning, student. Today we will start the new chapter, and that is the cell organization. Uh, all living organisms shows the different degree of organization in the living world. Uh, the organization range from the arrangement of the atoms in the molecules to the living organism as a whole, and also the entire population in the world. Did you know which organization existed at a lowermost level? It was a cellular level of organization represented by the cell. So, uh, all functions in the body of the living organisms are performed by the various systems. These systems are a group of organs performing one principal function, and each organ is made up of tissues, and the each tissues is turned made of the several cells. The cell is the basic structural and the functional unit of the life. And the branch of the science deals with the study of cells is called the cytology. So, the um, cells a cells is thus defined as the basic structural and function unit of the life. And the discovery of the cell. Um, Cell was discovered by the Robert Hooke in the year of 1665, which is an English scientist who observed a thin slice of cork under his newly constructed crude microscope. He found it to be similar to honeycomb-like structure. Thus, he named it as cells, means compartment. But the living cells was discovered by the Antony von Leeuwenhoek, who was the first time using the improved microscope, Robert Hooke's microscope, and Koch cell as observed by the Robert Hooke. Okay. Varieties in cells: number, shape, and size. Shape, and the first is shape. The plants and animal cells are different type of cells. Shapes. The shapes of the cells vary a lot according to their functional properties. The cells can be elliptical, polygonal, columnar, flat, irregular, or cuboidal. Some cells, such as neurons or the nerve cells, may have a long branching fiber. uh, Branching fiber. The shape of a cell is related to its function. Okay. A blood cells, the white blood cells in our body continuously change their shape, and the WBC is so the white blood cells is a amoeboid in shape. There are the picture of the different kinds of cells. Okay. The long wire-shaped structure of the nerve cells of animals helps in the stabilizing contact with the other nerve cells. Okay, nerve cells. Okay. The size. Um, the cells may be very small, that is microscopic, or very large or macroscopic. The smallest cell is observed in the microscope is a mycoplasma or or there are some smaller cell also. The length of the bacteria is generally less than 10 micrometer. Okay. And the mucous cells in animals as well as in plant fiber, that is jute, hemp, etc., are a very few centimeter long. The egg of the ostrich is the biggest cell known. uh, and the second is cell structure and function. uh, Cells are of different types, so a variety of shapes and size cells are present, but these organs helps in the functioning of the cells. The living matter which is present inside the cell is called the protoplasm. uh, and there are uh, it is a typical animal cell in which there are different kinds of organs are present. And the first is cell wall. The outer covering of the plant cell is a semi-digit, uh, and the function, it is non-permeable, it is non-living, uh, permeable, and the made up of cellulose. Okay. And the function of it is protective in nature. It determines the shape of the cell. It helps in the transport of the various substance, and it prevents the cell from the up drying up. And the cell membrane, it is also called the laminae, plasma lamina. uh, in plant cell it lies next to the cell wall, but in animal cell it is the outermost layer as well. Cell wall is absent. It is living semi permeable membrane and is made up of lipids and protein. And the function of the cell membrane is it provides the shape and rigids to the cell. It protects the internal components of the cell, component of the cell. Okay. And the next is uh, a cytoplasm. It is made up of mainly carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen. And the cytoplasm is jelly-like substance present in the cell. It is present in the between the cell membrane and the central membrane. It is also of a two type, um, organelles and the matrix. Okay. Which is a living substance. Organelles are small organs of the cell suspended in the cytoplasm. In the Latin, organelles means the instrument which perform the various